So really what we're trying to do here is to support smallholder farming and agriculture all over the country.
Right, and yesterday we looked at our pink pepper sourcing, and I heard about a story about a woman whose life has been completely changed through sourcing pink pepper.
Yeah.
So we've changed our plans. You booked a flight last night with just hours notice.
Yep.
And we want to meet her. We want to understand what compact sourcing means to her and her family.
(2014), what happened?
A road accident.
A road
He was
accident.
going to work at Naivasha there.
When Veronica got news that she'd lost her husband, she was pregnant with her 5th child.
Meeting Veronica was incredible because we were able to see firsthand the impact that co-impact sourcing has on families in Africa.
It was hard to feed my children. I was very stressed and I struggled very much. Yeah, life was hard.
To provide for her children, she started making ropes from the fibers of plants. She would make about 200 shillings a day, which is the equivalent of $2.
You see?
As Veronica would take these ropes to sell to shopkeepers, originally they would buy them because they felt sorry for her, but over time they stopped buying her ropes. So she started taking them to truck drivers to see if they would buy her rope. The truck drivers wouldn't buy her rope, but they would buy something else. And she found herself having to give away her dignity and her respect in the only way she had to provide for her children. Veronica and Lucy were friends. They had a common bond because they had both lost their husbands. And as they were sitting in front of the shops wondering what they were going to do to provide for their families, Kigo came. And he offered them an opportunity to harvest pink pepper.
That's how we met. They were just sitting on the veranda of the shop, and I said hi to them. And I said, I've seen a lot of trees here which have got a lot of pink pepper seed on them.
Yeah.
And I think you ladies, you can be able to do that.
He told me, leave this job. It doesn't have money.
And I told her, maybe try the pink pepper, you might make slightly more than that. He told me some of the children were at home and they hadn't gone to school. Even that day I gave her some advance. I said I would cover it from the seed that would be made up.
So you gave her a little bit of an advance.
Yeah.
You took a risk on her.
Yeah.
And then she delivered some pink pepper.
Yeah, the following day actually she had like 20 kilos.
Really?
Wow.
The next
Yeah,
day?
the first time.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Since Veronica started harvesting pink pepper, she now makes 1,500 shillings a day on average versus just 200 or 300 shillings a day before.
I like to work. I don't like to stay idle. And when you stay idle, when you gossip, your children will sleep without anything in their stomach.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I like to work.
Right. Veronica and Lucy are just 2 examples of the hundreds, if not thousands, of lives that are and will be impacted by the harvest of pink pepper. That's why we do compact sourcing. It will always be about the individual and how we can make their lives better.
That job is good because this time I afford to rent, I afford to eat, I afford to cover my children, my family. That I thanks for Mr. Kigo, and I thanks for you all.